related to Alex herself. Why on earth did Katie put Hunter up for adoption?
Quiz.
I'm Alex, and this is Paranormality, a channel entirely dedicated to paranormal activity and the like. And without further ado, let's get to the video. Well, guys, this theory starts from the point that Katie put Hunter up for adoption because she was being pursued by the police. But couldn't she have placed Hunter in the care of the Coven, like was done with Katie and Christy? Well, guys, here's the catch. For that to work, Toby's brainwashing would need to be complete. And for brainwashing to work well, it needs to be tied to some real factor. Let me explain. For the brainwashing of Katie and Christy to happen, the memories of their parents had to be associated with the figures of Lois and Kent. For Sarah, her good memories had to be associated with her mother, who was close to her. Even in the case of Katie and Christy, we have the footage from Ghost Dimension that shows Toby's brainwashing isn't perfect. So, in Hunter's case, it would have been easy to do the brainwashing, just make him think Katie was his mother, but Katie was a fugitive. So, that complicates everything. Another thing, for the brainwashing to work better, it would be ideal for Hunter to have someone to be a father and mother and an older sister, precisely to use the memories he had of Daniel, Christy, and Ollie. Interestingly, the family Hunter ended up with has that composition. But here, I believe the Coven did this to erase his memories. It would be brainwashing not to integrate him into the Coven, but to wipe his memories clean.
Makes sense, right?
Since Hunter couldn't stay with Katie, and if he stayed with the Coven, he might not be integrated properly, they put him up for adoption to reset his memories, and then, when he was the right age, integrate him again. Makes sense, right? But then we can consider other hypotheses. Kent was very different from Katie and Christy's stepfather, and unlike Lois, Katie and Christy had no memories of them. So, nothing would have stopped someone from the Coven from taking on the role of Hunter's mother. So, why didn't they go through with that plan? Well, the answer might lie in the fact that the Coven wanted to use Alex as a sacrifice, or they wanted her for some gift or ability. Alex escaped death 3 times, with the chandelier, in the garage, and when Katie cornered her. We know the Coven could predict the future, so why didn't they predict that Alex would cause so much trouble for the Coven in their task of bringing Hunter to them? Because they were interested in Alex. But it doesn't make sense for the Coven to be interested in Alex and, at the same time, want to kill her. Well, guys, maybe the idea wasn't to kill Alex, but to leave her scared and hysterical so that her hysteria would spread through the house, which would increase the fighting between the parents and all, which would strengthen the entity's power. Toby always uses curiosity, fear, and fights within the house to increase his power. That's what happens here. We've seen this modus operandi of his many times in the franchise since the first movie. And what increases the entity's power is you not subscribing to the channel and giving a like.
No.
On the contrary, every time you do that, Toby runs out of your house like a scared gazelle because he knows you're subscribed and protected on this channel.
Look at I got.
So, hit that like button and subscribe, because I'm telling you to. So, guys, it's not conclusive, but the highest probability is that Alex has some gift that interested the Coven, which one of our subscribers suggested was time travel or a greater ease in manipulating time travel, which to me doesn't make a lot of sense, but again, I remembered a detail in the 4th movie that might bring this theory closer to reality. But that will be a topic for another video. So, guys, do you agree or disagree? Do you think Alex has some gift, and that's why the Coven wanted her? Or do you think Katie just put Hunter up for adoption because of the police pursuit?
Comment below.
And for those who don't know, I made a fan-made version of Paranormal Activity 4, an alternative version that will have sequels here on this channel. I recommend you check it out. I'll leave the playlist with the trailers and the fan film. And I'm making a backroom series, which is really cool. I recommend you watch both episodes. The playlist is on the screen. That's all for today, guys. See ya.
Good night.